I was asked a very, very interesting question from somebody on a coaching call this week. She asked me, Darian, it's 2025. What would you do if you were starting a commercial cleaning business over right now with $3,000? I'm assuming that's what she had. She is a registered nurse, and she has about $3,000 saved up, and she wants to know, what would I do if I were starting a cleaning business brand new, right? And I was like, this is awesome, right? Here's the first thing I would probably do if I was starting over right now is I would take some of that money and get my foundation set up, right? That's my LLC, that's my logo, that's my website. I'm getting all my branding done. Whether you use AI to do that or not, you can go and get these things done for relatively, low price, right? And that probably wouldn't even be 1/10 of your $3,000, somewhere around there, right? Number two is I'm probably going to get about two polos, right? I'm getting some business cards, I'm getting some flyers and maybe some brochures, like my marketing material. And then I'm starting with the face method. And that's what I call, flyer, ask, call, email. I'm going door to door. I'm doing outreach in my community, especially if my schedule was like hers. She works 3 days on, 4 days off, or vice versa. Oh, maybe it's four on. Anyway, she works 312s, actually, what it is. Yeah. 3 days on, 4 days off. She has $3,000. What would I do? I told her I would get out there in my community and I would start meeting people, right? I'm joining a networking group, whether that's the BNI, Chamber of Commerce, and there's another free, um, like, what is it called? Another free avenue you can go is the Small Business and Technology Development Center. That's what I started with. That's who I use. I sat down with a consultant. They are federally funded, and this lady named Patricia, she helped us get set up, helped us with all the steps. They have a lot of like networking events that they do. They got workshops and all these webinars and helping you get your business going, right? This is what I would do. Next thing I would do is I would skip the paid ads, right? But I would invest in direct mail. That's one thing that I've been having conversations about right now with experienced professional companies who know how to do this, right? Is to look into some direct mail companies, right? And then see what it would take to do that, right? I would also do my research and buy a lead list or hire a VA to do it for me, build it for me. Whether you go through, the Chat GPT route, like I just spoke about, where you would ask it to generate a list for you, or you hire an actual, or you go to one of these websites where you're able to pull these lists, hire a VA to help you make calls, follow up with people. And I have right here, I would then eventually have a VA marketing assistant to call, email, and mail to different companies to maximize my face method. Right. The next thing I'm doing is I'm setting up my QuickBooks and I'm consulting with a CPA/accountant in my area. That is what I would do. Right. I'm getting my marketing set up. Um, I'm definitely getting out there to the networking events. I'm meeting with a CPA, and while that's happening, I'm starting to build team too. I'm starting to meet people. I'm starting to, do interviews. I know, Mike, that's one of your big things. You go and find the people before you get to work, which is awesome. But all of this simultaneously is what I'm doing. John the Collector, man, use AI and new. AI is new and a game changer for me. Okay, yeah, I use it for technical jobs, shows, work in real time. Absolutely, man. So, like, what do you use? What particular websites or platform do you use, John the Collector? Thanks for tapping in, man. That's what I'm saying, man. It's to the point nowadays where if you're not at least tapping into some sort of AI, you will get left behind in some of these areas. And so that's why I want to at least get people to think like, man, we can go and use these because a lot of them free. I think ChatGPT has like a next level up where you can pay $20 a month for like more advanced stuff. But you can get a lot of good information and a lot of, I would say, utilization for free out of it, right? But I want to get to next question. Next question I got from a coaching call this particular week. This lady told me, I hate interviewing people. How can I still build a team? Now, Mike, this might be great for you to chime in on, but this is what I told her. She told me that she don't want to clean. She wants to get out of cleaning and she want to build a team, right? How do I do that if I hate interviewing people? She said just like that. She don't want to do it. It's uncomfortable for her, right? What I told her was and she first of all, she already has two cleaners working for her, right? Just a little context, right? I would use internal referrals from her current team. Ask her team if they know anybody that would help her or that may be interested in helping her clean or joining the team. And I told her to promote one of them to a team leader and to help her conduct interviews, right? So for instance, I was saying just like this, pull the people that you already have on your squad, to you. And I asked her, I said, how did you get them to? If you don't like interviewing, how did you get these two people? Kind of find out these are people who, friends of the family. And she had a short conversation with them. Hey, this is what I'm doing. They all want to work for me. Boom, they came on the squad. Now I told her to just ask them if they want, if one of them, would be interested in helping her conduct these interviews and she pay them for doing that, right? Whether that's hourly or whatever. Or you can use a VA to do, to do phone screening and then, let her team members go and meet the people in person. And then she gets the last say so, right? You get the final approval on who gets hired, right? So if anybody out there that may be struggling with like dealing with people and you may not feel like you want to do interviews or whatever, this is a strategy you could use. Just have your team members conduct interviews for you, right? Question number three, or actually I wanted to address this comment. All right, y'all, so I got a comment on one of my old videos. It was a video that was titled how to get started in the cleaning business if you have little to no money, right? And the person says something like, um, "You need money to make money. There's nothing free," or something like that. And to a certain extent, this person is right. But I think he missed the point, and I wanted to address this, right? Because it's really a mindset thing. If he actually watched the video, what I said in the video was, if you are somebody who has nothing, like if you have no money, you have no resources, no way to get this going, but you want to get it going, I said what you could do is just ask people in your network, meaning friends and family, church group, whoever that is, ask them if you can clean for them with their products. You clean with their stuff. Say, for instance, you have a barber or somebody who has a daycare center or a small office. You can let them know that you are looking to get started in the cleaning business and you go clean for them with the stuff that they already have in their space. And you would do this for reviews, testimonials, and of course, you want to get paid. You might ask them, if they can tip you or whatever, but let them. But this is assuming they know that you don't have all the stuff, but you're looking to get this thing going. And these are people that are going to be willing to help you get started. That's how you do it. Here's the key, though. This is where he was kind of right, is yes, you would take the money that you start earning from doing this strategy and go and legitimize your business. This is where you would go buy all your, get your LLC, get your EIN number, get your business checking account opened up that you might need $100 to open it up with, or however much. Get your supplies, get all your stuff together like that. Get your branding, pay for your logo, pay for your website. That's how you can do it. But you can absolutely start this with nothing. I'm saying this because this is some of the things that I actually did. So part of it is a mindset thing, right? And I would say it like this too. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Right. I'm looking down here. I need to be looking up here at the camera. If you think you can, you think you can't, you're right. Either way it goes. And it's really a mindset thing. So I wanted to address that. I didn't even respond back to the comment, but I wanted to get on here and just let y'all know, like, don't let nobody discourage you. Don't let nobody tell you that, like, what you can't do. People say stuff like you can't do this. Don't tell me what I can't do. Right? You have to think like that too, by the way. If you want to do this, you can do this. You just have to find a way to do it. And that is a creative strategy to do it. So don't miss the point, with these when we say stuff or when I say like stuff in these videos, right? So number four, right? Question number four out here, I got right here. Somebody asked me, this same lady actually, the same lady that asked me about the what would I do if I was just starting with $3,000. Now, she has been starting cleaning residential, but she wants to move over to commercial, right? Commercial cleaning. By the way, if you just tapping in right here and you see the title that says talk about AI, you may just rewind a little bit. I got into a little bit of AI stuff. Now I'm getting in this Q&A. If you have any questions, definitely put the questions down below. And if you get any value out of this, definitely hit that like button for me. You know how I do. But this lady asked me, how do I transition from residential cleaning to commercial cleaning? Like, what's the best way? And I told her it's not a whole lot different from the residential side. Transitioning over to commercial. The cleaning is actually a lot easier, in my opinion. But you're just working in corporate environments, right? Corporate settings, and you're working with corporate decision makers. So it's not, it's a lot of it's probably more sophisticated in some areas, but network, right? Plant seeds, nurture the relationships you already have. If you already have an enormous client list of house cleaning people, what you could do is reach out to all of them that you have worked for in the past and let them know you are opening up a commercial side. If they know anybody like if they have a job, or if they have anybody who does that has a commercial space that may need services, they may just need to be aware that you do this, because they may just be like, oh, I thought you only clean houses, I didn't know you clean this or whatever. Some of these people might actually have offices that they would be more than happy to help you go clean their office, since they already trust you in their house. This is another good strategy I think would be great, right? So um let's see. You could do a slight rebrand, right? Build a new landing page, with, like, if you have built your brand on Google or online to just strictly be this residential cleaning service, then yes, you may have more trouble attracting commercial clients. So you may want to just shift your focus over to straight commercial, branding. That's what you would do. This is what I told her. Another thing though that I just had a conversation with my father-in-law about. So my father-in-law, he showed, because I was talking about doing direct mail or whatever for commercial offices though, right? Or commercial buildings. And I'm like, that's what I'm looking to tap into here lately. I'm having a conversation with this particular company called Dope Marketing, by the way. Anyway, I'm having a conversation with them about how do I target just commercial. I don't want to spray and pray, and throw them into a bunch of residential houses, whatever my marketing material is going to be. But my father-in-law was like, "Hey, Darian," he showed me this booklet of, it's like a magazine for this particular area, and it got all these different companies in it. And he was like, "Darian, even if you were to go the route of putting your marketing into residential houses, you never know who house you gonna hit. You may hit somebody's house who owns 12 buildings, or have a large office spaces, and they'll find you in places that they're less likely to find you, or places that commercial companies may not be in." I thought that was a great thought, right? And it had me thinking, like, yeah, that could be a good model. So I think the reason I was saying that, based on the person that has done residential stuff, you could just shift your marketing, right? Just put the same marketing that you've been doing and just tweak it slightly toward commercial. But it can still work. Um, Vice versa, if you already do a lot of stuff on the residential marketing side, just put commercial wording on there, if that makes any sense. Um, Oh, another thing too is shift your, yeah, I just said that. Shift your ad budget, because this another person I was talking to, they were spending like $9,000 on Google ads for residential cleaning. I thought that was pretty wild. Here's the thing: to get a bunch of leads, but all of it is residential clients. I said, instead of doing that for residential, you may take some of that money and just throw it into direct mail for commercial clients. And that's a way that you can make that shift from residential to commercial. So it's another thing I would do, right? If I was doing that. Okay, let's see right here. Next I have um bidding on multiple buildings, right? What would you do if you got a client that asks you to bid on multiple buildings at once? This is actually, I love this model, by the way. But what I told this person to do was, because they asked me, do you just send out, would you send out separate, a bunch of separate proposals, or would you combine all of them on one and then just, list them off by line? um and what I did was, is yes, I had one cover letter, and I put all the services, service descriptions and everything like that on that service description page. And then I pretty much broke up each individual building. Here's the thing though, if it's different, if it's a different building each time, then that's where you have to get, more creative and specifically um put this specific wording or description for that particular building. But if you're bidding on the same type of building three times, that's where you could just have everything listed on the service description and then list out each building with their with its price, if that makes sense. That's what I said to do, and I sent him an example of it so he know what it looks like. But it's pretty much just you doing three separate line items. Let's see. Yo, Darian, my fiance went to her first walkthrough, and it was with the homeowners association within our local area. Really a dream first job due to all the potential references that could come from it. She killed the walkthrough, and they are having a board meeting today and will hold a vote on bid winner. My question is, when should we follow up? This is a great, bro. Congratulations, first of all. I wish I had some sounds or something. That's what's up, man. So yes, congrats to your fiance, man. I would say the best time to follow up, in my opinion. What up, man? Josh out of North Carolina. What's going on, Josh? Good to see you tapping in. The best time to follow up, in my opinion, is like, I wouldn't let a week go by. You know, here's the thing. I want to say, if I sent that bid proposal to them on a Monday and I hadn't heard from them by like Thursday, I at least want to follow up by the end of the week, that Friday, right? Because you need to give people some time. I've probably reached out even sooner than that. But I want to say, I want to reach out to them within I want to hear back from them within a week, because the majority of the time they probably already know, like, those bids have came in. If you're doing a bunch of different bids, like for instance, people are getting different bids, right? Especially if this is for, you said, the homeowner association within your local area. Like, if they are building houses out there, like for instance, speaking of which, the guy that I got the phone call from today, that 28 suite salon, he was straight with me. He was letting me know, he was like, hey man, I'm looking to get some bids, looking to get some numbers. So I'm knowing he already got other people that's going to be bidding on this. With that being said, if I do the walkthrough and I send him a bid within, the next 2 days or whatever, I'm absolutely wanting to hear something back within a week. Because all these other bids should have gotten in by now. So I know that's a long answer to your question, but I would say give it about 3 to 5 days, and then you can reach back out with a phone call, follow up email. Hey, just checking to see if you had a chance to look at this or whatever. A lot of people are busy, but the best way would be, man, to just follow up with them with a phone call and see what they're talking about. And here's the thing too. So sometimes, sometimes we unconsciously have these bids. And this is different, by the way. This is not like your particular instance. This is something that I just went through. So we unconsciously don't want some buildings, right? I had a walkthrough, I would say 2 weeks ago for this. Um, it's a sauna. It's a sauna, like they do sauna. They got these individual sauna suites, and they have what is it called? Red light therapy. Anyway, this lady wanted the building clean, but I didn't know exactly what she was looking for until I got there, right? Um, she wanted a bid for once a month, and then she said one for every 3 weeks. And I was kind of turned off after that. I was like, oh man, that's not really what we're looking for. But it's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, do the walkthrough. I'm gonna send her a proposal. Now, I sent her the proposal for a number that I knew was way higher than she probably would have expected, because of the fact that this is something that's going to be like a deep clean every single time. Plus, they got 2 showers in there. That's almost residential stuff. We don't necessarily clean showers, so I'm charging a little bit extra to clean the showers every single time. All of that to say, I did not reach back out to this lady once I didn't hear back from her. Like I didn't follow up like the next 34 days, 35 days. I waited on it like, hey, if she getting more bids, that's fine. I'm not even worried about that. I'm not even gonna think about her because unconsciously I don't necessarily want this one. Right. So but if it's something you want, definitely stay on top of them. Right. Stay on top of them, go after it, and go make that happen. So I hope that was helpful. But anyway, let's see what else I got on here. You know what, y'all? I feel like, yep, that was it. So, but to recap this whole particular live, especially if I don't see no questions, I'm gonna end up tapping out. But um, to recap this whole particular live, the reason I got on here today was because I had just had one of my subscribers reach out to me in my email asking me about a proposal that they were looking to do. The builder or whoever the person that's looking to get the job done sent them a blueprint, of the building, and they're asking me how do I come up with the particular square footage and do the bid, all that good stuff. And I let them know, insert this document in ChatGPT, have it analyze it for you, help you out. They had no clue what it was. So I'm like, okay, let me share this. Help you. So because I don't want to, I guess I just be assuming people know, about ChatGPT, and we probably always don't. And so that's one thing I do. I have missed a few of your videos, but can't wait to go watch them all. I've been busy with cleaning jobs. I started after watching a few of your videos, and I'm now at 10 recurring clients. Bro, that's what's up. I need some sounds for that one too, right? Congratulations, Ben. My guy. Yeah, I remember you tapping in with me, man. What are you doing, man? Is this residential clients? Is commercial clients? And where you at? By the way, are you in South Carolina somewhere like that too? What's up? Great info as always. Clean Biz Trapper. Trapper, what's going on, man? Thanks for tapping in. Good to hear from you on here too, man. But yeah, Ben, tell me, man, are you doing residential or are you doing commercial? Because I feel like 10 recurring clients, that was pretty quick. I feel like not too long ago you started tapping in with me. So that's what's up, man. Congratulations on that. Here's another thing too, y'all. It's like, man, I know like here lately, I have been, I've been on this like millionaire talk and stuff like that, and what you need to do, whatever. But like, here's the thing that I don't want to uh I don't want to like force this on nobody. Like, y'all, you can be very comfortable with just a few accounts and like live a great life. Like, that's one thing I don't want to like misinterpret. Like, you can really live a really wonderful life with like 6, 7, 8 accounts and like just be chilling and you doing really well. And people wouldn't even know, right? Like I said, like I grew up in the cleaning business. My stepdad ended up, he at work one day, he saw the janitor in there doing his thing. He struck a conversation up with him. He was working in the collections agency, I think this was. Struck up a conversation with the guy. The guy told him something about, yeah, man, I clean with Jan Pro or whatever. What's Jan Pro? Next thing you know, my stepdad ended up doing more research, looked into the whole Jan Pro thing, asked to do more questions. He went down a rabbit hole, ended up meeting with the people at Jan Pro. He come back home with this big thick booklet. He had to study some stuff or whatever. Next thing you know, he done started, he got buildings, right? He's a franchisee. Started with one big clinic, right? I remember, I'm pretty sure that's how he started. Anyway, I don't know if that's the one he started with. Anyway, that's the one that I remember the most because that's the one he needed us to help him clean with. I was 13 years old. Myself, my twin brother, and my step brother. My mama was helping too. We was going in there and cleaning these buildings with him, right? And that's my first time being exposed to janitorial service or cleaning business or whatever, right? And so That's what he was doing. It let me know, like, bro, you can live a pretty good life, and do your thing. So anyway, all I want to say is you can take this to wherever you want to take it. And so don't let nobody discourage you or whatever. And however you want to do it, you can do it. Planning to contact you for coaching calls. I am in Winnipeg, Canada. Yeah, you're right. Okay, my guy in Canada. That's what's up. Okay, I'm thinking about somebody else in South Carolina. Thank you so much. I do commercial and residential, and most of them are commercial clients. That's what's up, bro. Congratulations, man, on your success in this, man. And that's what I'm saying. Are you still cleaning? Sound like you still cleaning. That's what's up, right? That's how I started. I did it for a long time like that. You can do really well. But yeah, man, chop it up with me sometime, and we can figure out how you can, possibly get people to help you out or whatever. Um, where else? I was about. Oh, that's what I was gonna say, y'all. So just yesterday, I met with this floor cleaning guy. Here's card right here. This floor cleaning guy out here. So we have a pretty big floor job coming up. It's a big strip and wax that needs to get done. I want to stay on topic too, but anyway, I'm gonna just share this story. We got this big strip and wax job coming up at one of these clinics that I take care of. Now, initially, when I did the proposal, I was saying, you know what, I can do it. I can have my squad, my team. We go in there and go do it. But there's a lot going on right now. And I'm like, man, you know what? All this talk I've been doing is like, of like using your $1 million skill of going out there and attracting clients and getting more leads or whatever. I need to see if I can like allow myself to step back from that and not even have to go do it. Right. So practicing what I preach, I went on Facebook. I went to one of the Facebook groups. I want to say it's Janitorial Opportunities Network or something like that. I ended up typing in to two pages or two communities or whatever groups, looking for a trusted partner to help me with the strip and wax job in this particular area. The job will be, around this time in the next couple of weeks or whatever. So I end up getting like 4 people reach out to me in my DM, and then a couple people only responded on their particular post. But I went through and I vetted all the people in my email, like, hey, can you send me previous work, whatever? Can do you have this? Do you have that? I ended up getting this one lady that reached out to me. Hey, Darian, my husband does this. He does really great work. She sent me photos, all this good stuff. He is not on Facebook. He don't have a website, nothing like that. But the dude does really great work. Ended up having a phone call with him. Hey, you got insurance? Hey, you got this? You got that? He ended up coming to the job site with me, looked at the floors with me. He gave me a price. We are going to do work together. And this is me practicing what I preach, right? Like, okay, I say I want to get out of doing all the work. Let me find somebody that's a trusted partner. I also just put out a video talking about how you can find great subcontractors on Facebook. I'm not just saying this. This is something I actually just did. And the dude is in very high demand. I'm not even able to get him to go in here and do this job for me until June 1st. I know that's not like too far off, but he actually had to go to Tampa for another big job he's doing. So this is what I'm saying. You finding great people to help you in your business and partner with you. So, and by the way, I had ChatGPT help me with the copy on that too, right? Like, is this message clear? And I know, it's not necessarily something that's super. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't have to be super grammatically correct, but at the same time, I want to get my point across. I want to present myself as a professional, and I found somebody that is great. This dude is phenomenal. I'm gonna put some content out about that too when he get done with the job. Yes, I am still cleaning, and I am now putting systems in place before a big push to scale up. Want to make sure to set up things the right way. And you are my guy. You are very knowledgeable. Thank you. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Absolutely. And here's the thing about it too, man. I want to say this too. Like, if like before I got into this part of it, I was talking about this coaching call that I had where this lady had $3,000. She's looking to get started on the commercial side. She's been doing residential, but she's looking to cross over to commercial. And she asked me, Daniel, what would you do if you were starting a commercial cleaning service in 2025 with $3,000? And now If I was starting all the way over again, I would start out the gate getting people to help me out, right? Like I know it's a little bit challenging to do that in the beginning, and that's not how I did it. I started cleaning myself, but I think if I was in her position where I'm a registered nurse, I already got income coming in. I got a couple people helping me on the residential side already. I'm immediately investing that money and get people to help me out, help me start cleaning in general, so that you won't get so indoctrinated and addicted to getting that income coming in from your labor alone. I know exactly how that is, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like, yeah, bro, you want to make sure, like, if you want to grow in this, get to a point where you are starting to put pieces in place to where people can go and plug and play for you. That's taking video of all your buildings. That's one thing that I did. I took very detailed video of all my buildings, so that when I was ready to go ahead and transition out of doing all the cleaning, I was able to just have people to plug and play. I could send them these videos, as well as do light training or whatever, and just staying on top of quality control. Like that's what's going on for me with my Arkansas business, and it's very, very possible. I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna just say that for sure. I hear my kids in the background, so they just made it back home. I had a brief window. My wife was like, "All right, I'm gonna set a timer. We're gonna go out to the playground, let them play." They are back now. I've been going for 46 minutes. All right. So anyway, to wrap all this up, y'all, just do a quick recap on what I talked about. If you just now tapping in, um, like I was saying, I had conversations with people, and like my brother who told me he didn't know what ChatGPT was. My twin brother. I'm like, bro, are you serious? Anyway, some of the ways that you could use ChatGPT or AI in general to help you in your cleaning business: pulling addresses, pulling names and phone numbers to generate lists for you to do cold calls, or to implement the face method to, right? Send direct mail to. You can help it to write cold emails for you, write cover letters, write follow up messages, right? Also for proofreading, very powerful. Another thing, just on that, sending emails to people, sending emails to these different decision makers. If you aren't coming off as professional and fixing your grammar and all that good stuff, not necessarily always the case, but for these more sophisticated clients, you want to match them in their conversation through email, right? Another just good point that I wanted to add in there, right? You can also use it to help you create branding, do your logos, marketing materials such as flyers and postcards, AI generated websites, all that good stuff, right? Just search these things and look them up, and help it to have you. I mean, have it to help you implement this stuff, right? So another thing I talked about is translating my cleaner messages, right, through the voice translator app. I have quite a few Spanish speaking team members who, there's a huge language barrier there. If we don't have somebody to help us translate these messages, somebody that's bilingual like my wife or another team member, I am forced to use this AI generated translator app to speak my message into it, and then have that message translate to my team member. By the way, this is a free app as well, right? And then vice versa, they'll speak a message into it. I've done a full interview like this, by the way. I've done a full interview with the translator app. Great, great person. They just didn't speak my language. So I needed to find a way to make that happen and get my point across. So another thing you could do, right? Build cleaning checklists and SOPs, right? Insert the document into ChatGPT or whatever platform you use, and have it to help you generate and create a SOP, right? Another thing you can do is read blueprints to calculate the square footage. A lot of these construction companies, they'll send you these documents that look crazy. You got all these details on it. Now, what I used to do is go through there and like look at every single line and then calculate it with my calculator, whatever. You can do that too, to just make sure. But you can also insert that same document into Chat GPT, and it'll spit it out within 30 seconds for you, give you all the details, everything you're going to be needing to clean, what kind of floor is in this area. I'm not just saying this, I'm saying this because this is what I actually do, right? Um, Let's see here. Another thing you could do is write job ads, interview questions, respond to clients professionally, brainstorm content ideas for social media. Another thing that a lot of us have trouble with sometimes. And I wanted to go here too, right? Like I said before, if you're just now tapping in, is you can have it to do AI generated content for you. Like if you don't have a whole lot of content, I would not just have my whole branding, like my whole Google or Facebook, strictly AI generated content. But if you need to have something to post just to get an update out there, or say for instance, there's a certain holiday that comes up, you can use AI generated content for like those holiday posts. That's cool. You getting something out there. Like the next holiday coming up. What's coming up? Well, something that just passed is like Easter, Memorial Day, stuff like that, right? You can have ChatGPT to generate for free, by the way, some content for you with your cleaning business, and have it to help you write content for that particular post, just to keep yourself in the algorithm of Google or Facebook. This is things that I do, right? And then, of course, drafting proposals, service agreements, things like that. And you can use AI to help you with pricing, bidding strategies, and possible ways to offer additional services to this particular client that you have. All right, y'all. That's my full Google document. Definitely want to give Jobber a shout out again too. Speaking of this whole AI stuff, they have the Jobber Copilot, which is an AI business coach and marketing assistant in your pocket, so you can do some of the same stuff that I'm telling you to do with ChatGPT. You can do some of the same stuff on the Jobber app, as well as they just rolled out the AI receptionist to pick up phone calls for you, answer text, all that good stuff. I made the comparison this morning about me getting a phone call while I was shaving. I was supposed to go live a long time ago, by the way, but we ended up going out and spent a whole day out, and I ended up getting back and was like, I need to go live. But I was shaving this morning, got a phone call, missed a phone call. If I had an AI receptionist answer that call for me, they would have got the information, all that good stuff, instead of me having to call them back. Hey, sorry about that. I missed your phone call. It was all good though. I got the walkthrough schedule for tomorrow morning at this at a beauty salon. Anyway, it's 28 salon suites is what they said. They want to final clean on. But all that to say, that is my live, y'all. I hope this was valuable for you some way, somehow. If it was, definitely click that like button for me. And if y'all, man, any questions, man, like put them down below. I'll be happy to do a whole video on it, or keep doing these lives or whatever. I like to come with some content prepared, or a topic prepared, so I'm not just sitting on here looking crazy at y'all. Because as you can imagine, you can just sit on here and just spaz. But definitely thank y'all for tapping in with me. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.